Hello and welcome. This is Sports This Morning. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Glad to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakman.
It's great to have you join us again. I am Tayo Salam.
Okay.
All right, this is what the show looks like. Of course, it's just a few hours to go. The stage is set for Kamaru Usman to defend his welterweight title against Jorge Masvidal. It's going to go down at UFC 251 at Yas Island in Abu Dhabi.
Woo. Big fight.
I'm pumped for this one, Austin. You don't know how pumped I am to see the Nigerian Nightmare take out this guy, man.
I know. Let's see. Stage is set. We cannot wait to see the action in the UFC. This stage has been set for some time now. That's the English Premier League. Beautiful run for Ole and his Manchester United team. Tayo, 17-game unbeaten run now. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is telling us a beautiful story with this team. Let's see if they can sustain the momentum next season.
Fingers crossed, we'll see. But what you can't take away from this United side is that they are bang on form and they're on fire. The run goes on for Manchester United. Will it be enough to get them into the top four? That's another question entirely. Also on the show, Formula One action continues this weekend. This time around, it's going to be in Syria, and the likes of Lewis Hamilton, especially, will be looking to bounce back after failing to finish on the podium last time out in Austria.
That's what it is. So let's see what Lewis Hamilton can bring to the Syrian Grand Prix. We love F1. We've been talking about it. This season, though, didn't give us the sort of vibe we would have wanted it to give because of COVID-19.
Corona,
we got talking right away from the first one in Austria. So let's see what Syria will give to us.
It was a fantastic, very dramatic season opener in Austria, and I expect nothing but the same come Syria later today, tomorrow, and Sunday. We're not starting from Formula One. Jay will come back to that later. Let's talk about the big fight. No, not tonight. I'm getting carried away, getting ahead of myself. It's going to be tomorrow in Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, welterweight championship of the world. That's for the UFC between Kamaru Usman and Jorge Masvidal. Also, let's just dive straight into these guys and let's see what their career has been so far in the MMA. All right, then let's Austin, let's just try and analyze what these guys have been able to do in their career so far. Austin, Kamaru Usman is a champ for a reason because he's that good. The manner in which he actually took out defending champion Tyron Woodley to win the title was super impressive. He's gone on to defend the title against Colby Covington. We talked a lot of thrash, but at the end of the day, got his jaw broken. Anyways, let's talk about the tale of the tape. Kamaru Usman and Jorge Masvidal. Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, is 33 years of age, while Jorge Masvidal is 35. The record, 16-1 for Kamaru. That's 16 wins, just the one loss that was before he even made his debut in the UFC. While for Jorge Masvidal, also look at that, 35 wins, 13 losses. So this guy is a veteran, obviously. He's been in the UFC for a long time, and this is his first title shot. He's lost 13 times. So he's a very beatable opponent, and that's why Kamaru is very confident that he can do pretty much what 13 other people have done to Jorge Masvidal. In terms of their height, just the 1 inch between them, 6 for Kamaru and 5'11" for Jorge Masvidal. In terms of their reach, Kamaru with the advantage in that one as well. You know how reach important. How the reach is important when it comes to combat sport. 74 for Masvidal, and their stance, the switch stance for Kamaru and orthodox for Masvidal.
So there you have it. That's the tale of the tape. Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. Jorge comes with so much bad blood. I remember he wanted this fight. It didn't happen. Instead, Bonds was announced, and now under 5 days' notice, he agreed to come on it. There was a time he was complaining about being underpaid, that he has given so much to the sport and nobody is talking to him. So he has something to prove in this one. Kamaru cannot afford to be complacent in this fight, Tayo. There is no way. This guy is dangerous in his own way. And if you look at the way he took out Till in London, Kamaru can go back and look at that tape and say, look, if
No.
I don't finish off this guy in no time, he might just hurt me.
Yeah, Masvidal has been in great form. He's beaten his last 3 fights have been very impressive. Ben Askren,
Yep.
that was the last fight he had. No, actually, that was the second to the last fight.
After knocking out Darren Till.
Yeah, after knocking out Darren Till, he knocked out Ben Askren in
Nate,
5 seconds.
there you go.
That's the fastest knockout.
And then
in
went on
UFC
to beat
history.
Nate Diaz.
He beat Nate Diaz for the BMF title as
Yeah.
well to TKO. So he's in great form,
Yeah.
and he's obviously a very good fighter. He started his career back in Miami, fighting in the backyards and all of that. It's taken him so long to get to this level, to get a title shot at 35. So he will be coming into this bout,
Yep.
wanting to take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But for Kamaru Usman, is a champ for a reason.
it is.
He's the best in the welterweight division. It's going to take a lot to, take the championship belt of Kamaru Usman. Before we get carried away talking too much, let's go and take the pre-fight thoughts of Jorge Masvidal. Is the challenger, so we'll get to him speak first ahead of the bout tomorrow.
As I need to be for Usman, but obviously it's not like a full training camp. It's not like I had 6 weeks to prepare. That'd be different. My weight wouldn't have been as high. So I'm not gonna say my weight-wise I'm 100%, but everything else, my mind is ready, my heart is ready, my skill set is better than him on any day of the week. So I just get to go out and prove it come this Saturday. It's not a math test. It's not a SAT thing that I maybe not be the best at. It's what I love to do the most, what I've done since a child, my fascination since youth. So I just gotta go out there and believe in myself and give it everything I got. And on top of it, my opponent, I don't got faith in him. I don't, there's other guys that I would have said, maybe I need more than 6 days, A lot of guys that I fought in the past that I wouldn't have took it on 6 days. Usman's like the perfect guy to take it on 6 days.
Jorge Masvidal saying he's very, very, very sure of defeating Kamaru Usman tomorrow. He's also talked about the fact that, forget that I'm taking this fight on 6 days notice. Kamaru is not as good as me. His skill set is not as great as mine. I am going to defeat this guy.
Yeah.
But you said earlier that I was actually training to fight Kamaru already before negotiations fell through because of money.
Yeah.
So he's always been in camp preparing for Kamaru Usman. But when they couldn't agree on the pay he was going to earn, they brought in Gilbert Burns, who unfortunately tested positive for COVID-19. Now he's back in play now, and I'm sure he wants to take this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, Oge can go on with the talk. And when you go speak to Covington, let Covington tell him, what is supposed to come again.
Exactly, yeah.
You mentioned it, almost a near-perfect record for Kamaru Usman, except for that loss in 2013. That was a long time ago, and then since then he's been dominating his current welterweight champion. And whether or not Masvidal agrees, if he keeps going on, one day you need to fight a champ, because if you don't fight a champ, you get no respect. One thing I know will come through for Kamaru Usman against Masvidal is his striking power. He's going to come strong with that, and he's got the advantage with the reach. We saw it against Covington. Of course, not taking anything too. Masvidal is also good with his striking.
Oh, he's a great striker. He's one of the best strikers in the UFC.
But his follow-through is not as good as Kamaru. Kamaru gives you the jab, and then he's going down because he wants to put you down. And we saw that severally, and that's why he's the champ. But I know what I'm trying to say is, Tayo, this fight is going to push him to the edge.
Of course.
This fight will test him.
Yeah.
As I said, Masvidal's got a lot of bad blood. He wants to prove a point. He believes he has a statement to say to the UFC. He feels he's not respected enough. And if you beat the champ, you're going to end that.
We'll see. Fingers crossed about that. But I was going to say that Masvidal has got, is one of the best strikers in the UFC. For Kamaru Usman is a decent striker as well, but we know his strength is his wrestling, because this guy was a great wrestler when he was in college and is brought into the UFC. And it'll be very interesting to see what kind of strategy he brings to the table tomorrow, because he was training to fight Gilbert Burns, who's another very good grappler, wrestler. Now he's going to have to fight a guy who likes to stand on his feet and fight. So we're very interesting to see how the approach of Usman to this particular bout the last time out against Kobe, a lot of people thought we were going to see two wrestlers just a lot of times on the floor and just grounding and pounding. It wasn't that way. They stood up and fought for 5 rounds, and we all enjoyed it. So we'll see how this one pans out. Let's listen to the champ now, Austin.
I want to hear from the champ.
Let's listen to the champ, Kamaru Usman, speaking ahead of tomorrow's bout.
I mean, you know, things like that don't really bother me because I know I've prepared myself, and I've done all I can to control what I could control. So that's all on him. I mean, he took the fight on short notice, but you know, let's not think that he hasn't been training for this. Like, he has to train for one guy, and that's me. And I was training for a completely different guy. But every time you step in as a champion, you're gonna feel pressure. But that's what champions do, is how they are able to get over that. Fighters fight, you know, especially champions. I've kind of built myself just working day in and day out and training for each and every different styles, each and every different opponents. So it didn't really matter. I trained and was prepared to get into a scrap, and it didn't matter who the face was at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter. You know, fight is a fight. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do what I do.
The champ, Kamaru Usman, sounding very confident, sounding very assured that, also, he said, fight is fight. I've trained to fight whoever is on the other side of me in the cage come tomorrow. So I guess that allays the fears I was trying to raise earlier, that it's fighting a totally different guy from Gilbert Burns.
He does. He's a soldier. The general says, come, you're going to war. Picks up his gun and he's gone, you know. So that's what it is. He was preparing for Burns. Burns is not coming. Someone else wants your belt. Get ready and defend your belt. That's what you do. You're the champion. And someone's already saying, Austin, like, you're supporting Kamaru Usman. He says, the nickname is the Nigerian Nightmare. That's his nickname. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's the nickname, is the Nigerian Nightmare. And he's going to come out with a green, white, green, you know, right there.
Always does
you know,
that.
Does that big time, you know. And
probably to Nigerian music as well, too.
Awesome, beautiful. Shout out to Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman, you gave us a shout out at Channels TV sometime this year that you're coming to Lagos. Channels TV, get ready. We're ready. We're waiting. When you get into that flight, just let us know. We'll come pick up the champ. I know.
As a matter of fact, Austin, after he beats Masvidal, I should get on the plane, PJ, whatever, straight down to Nigeria.
I know. Anyways, all the best, Kamaru Usman.
All the best to Kamaru Usman. Take the set. Nigerian Nightmare versus Game Bread. Woo! Nigeria versus Cuba, America. So there's only one winner in that one. Let's move on with the show now, and let's go talk about the NBA's 20 days until the restart of the NBA season. And more teams are still arriving in Orlando. And for Orlando Magic, since it's their city, they were the first to go to Disney. And they were the first to get on the practice court as well, to trying to fine-tune you know, the strategies for the restart of the season. Austin, everything, from all indications and all of that, the league will restart in Orlando on at the end of the month. Also, I don't know why you're still skeptical about it.
I'm just saying that, look, next week they will tell us that more results are out, and then 1, 2, 3 persons test positive, and then Adam Silver calls a virtual meeting saying, guys, what do we do? Is this another hole in the bubble? Should we really start, you know? But should we just I don't know.
They have put everything in place. Like, these guys are thoroughbreds when it comes to prepping and preparing for events. So upon their arrival in Orlando, players and coaches are quarantined in their hotel for 36 to 48 hours, where they're just limited to room service and must pass 2 tests 24 hours apart before being allowed to join teammates and begin training for the July 30th restart. So they have put all these things in place just to make sure we don't have a massive contagion of the virus. Tayo, so why are you still worried?
I get you, Tayo. I want the NBA to come back. I've missed those dunks. I've missed those free throws. I've missed the suspense, the thrills that we get from it. But this virus just don't care. So a player leaves the wife. We don't know where the wife has gone to, what she has touched, What, you know?
Yeah, but when he gets to Orlando,
Yeah.
it's quarantined for 36 to 48 hours.
Before he got to Orlando, he gave LeBron a hug, tapped him at his back. I'm just saying that this
Yeah, but when he gets to Orlando, everything they quarantine and they do the test again when you land in Orlando.
Okay, so you do a test, for instance, on the Lakers, and 4 players get tested. It's going to affect the mentality of the other guys. Now you get where I'm coming from. That's the fear, Tayo. This virus doesn't care. It doesn't look at any person. It doesn't respect persons.
Austin, I understand your fears.
Who among these players as careful as Boris Johnson?
Boris wasn't really careful.
Mikel Arteta
Boris wasn't careful.
And, I'm just the British Prime Minister.
Yeah, he wasn't careful.
He's the one pushing the protocols out. I'm just saying that this virus will come at anybody.
I understand your fears, Austin, but we're hoping that nothing stops the NBA from restarting. The last 8 teams are coming in yesterday, including the Los Angeles Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's take a listen now to the coach of the Orlando Magic, Steve Clifford, as well as power forward Aaron Gordon and center Nikola Vujovic.
It's not going to be normalcy, you know. I mean, it's very structured, and rightfully so. I would say this: it's safe an environment in terms of. You know, the pandemic is, I would think any place is. I mean, we're getting tested every day. There are very strict guidelines before you can even leave your room every morning. And there is structure in every phase of what we're doing.
To be honest with you guys, it was extremely hard to get motivated. Extremely hard, especially with all the circumstances going on in America, all the different injustice. The pandemic, the health crisis.
Hey everyone. It was great to be back. I was actually really excited to be back with the guys. Just always being on the court. We didn't do any contact today. It was just kind of a lot of running through our offense, a lot of shooting, just kind of getting up and down the court, but all with no contact, just so we get a feel for it a little bit. But it felt great to be back. Just having that team together, having that feel of practicing again all together was great.
Players and coaches of the Orlando Magic speaking ahead of the restart of the NBA.
So, I see where you get your confidence now. When you listen to these guys, you're pumped up here. You're like, they are ready, so I should be ready too.
You should be ready, Austin. Yeah. Don't stop.
I'm just in that small corner with Adam Silver.
Which is understandable. Yeah, I totally get that. So all the 22 teams have started to arrive in Orlando. They have until the end of the week to make it down to Disney for the restart of the NBA. Before we go on a break now, just a quick update on the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, it's decimated by injuries and coronavirus. 3 players tested positive for the virus, including Spencer Dinwiddie, and they have been ruled out of the restart of the league. Because of that, they've gone out to acquire veteran point guard Jamal Crawford as well as Michael Beasley, just to fill in, the sports.
Jamal comes with a lot of experience.
A lot of experience. As a matter of fact, the last match he played in the NBA, he scored 51 points before retiring. So it's a very good scorer indeed. We need to go on a break now. When we come back, we have a special guest in the house. Join us again.